everyone. Welcome to Absolute Cuts on a rainy, windy. What other days are
fucking
there?
miserable pile of dirt day? Yeah, is it actually raining outside?
It was pissing down earlier on. It's windy now.
I haven't really left the house in 3 days.
Yeah, you've been bedridden.
Bedridden.
Yeah,
sounds like a good thing.
I don't. There's a weird thing with being ill where, see, if you're not too ill, it's actually good fun.
What? Because you're just like,
because you can laze about.
I did have a problem in whatever I had the first few days where I couldn't look at screens.
Oh, see that's pointless.
Yeah, and then I was fucking absolutely livid with that. But then
Yeah.
I eventually got to thinking and just horsed through a couple of films.
But then you can still listen to shit.
Yeah.
Because you can still listen to podcasts and you can still listen to
And
the wireless.
yeah. I have my glasses on.
What did you watch?
I watched Megan.
Oh, the wee doll
That
thing.
was shite. I thought it was going to be
Yeah.
a horror film.
I thought it was a horror film.
It's not. It's like AI
porno.
doll. Just yeah. Megan
It's
gets
a different Megan you
Man,
watched.
I thought it was a horror. They just horsed this doll for an hour and a half. God Almighty.
Do you reckon you'd ever have sex with a sex doll?
No, I really don't see the appeal.
No, I don't. I'm not saying there's any appeal. I'm just
Okay,
saying,
would you
is
do
that a
it?
natural progression of life?
People are definitely buying sex dolls. Sure, people are buying sex dolls now.
Oh, they'll still be doing it, but I mean, will it become the norm? Like, will you be able to, will buying a sex doll, could you buy a sex doll at Tesco in the future?
Is it going to be like, I reckon it's going to, the best it can get at is like owning Sky Sports.
Right, okay.
Or,
Right.
like some families have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then everyone knows one where you can get a dodgy one
Yeah, exactly.
for free.
God, that'd be so
20
funny.
quid a year.
20 quid a year.
Scoop sex doll.
Man, it's fucking leg fell off, man. Send it back. I'll sort it out.
I remember speaking to someone that was not involved in the sex doll industry, but were involved in like animatronics and like AI and all that kind of shit. And I was asking them about it. And I was like, because, like, will the thing run out of battery? Could it potentially run out of battery mid-sex? Because I don't know what it does.
I did say, because I didn't even really think about it having power.
I
I don't know if it was just a rubber. That wouldn't be a sex.
It depends
robot,
whether
a
it's
sex
got-
robot or a sex doll.
if it's got different. See, I was robots I was talking about. I
okay.
suppose robot and doll are a different thing.
Would you just go vibrate its whole body? Like,
But see, the robot, is there different settings to how involved it is?
it's bound to be.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you can let a fucking horny, weekend away in a shitty hotel room mode, and then just marriage mode where
That's so funny.
it just keeps tutting, hurrying you up.
Ultra realistic.
Yeah,
Get off,
yeah,
you
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
slob.
But again, you wouldn't want it to get too into it.
Yeah.
You'd want a level of realism. Like, you can't.
You want the sex robot moaning.
You can't go from being, because there's very few men will be getting women into ridiculous levels and senses of excitement. So you can't suddenly go from largely women tolerating you, pumping them, to suddenly this fucking T1000 throwing itself about the place, claiming you as the greatest thing that's ever lived. That's not.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's going to make it even less realistic than the fact that you're pumping a robot.
Yeah, and plus that's going to create psychopaths.
Aye, that's true.
That's what my main worry is.
Yeah. What, psychopathic robots or psychopathic
No, the people.
People.
If you're just some fucking mad, weird robot. There's a movie about it recently. I haven't watched it. Fucking Megan Fox is a robot.
Oh, aye.
And the dude pumps the robot.
Transformers.
And then he's like, that's it. That's about robots. I've only got onto it now. It's like 2003 or something, wasn't it? No, I think it's subservience.
Subservience.
I think is what it's called.
So is that where the robots
I don't know. I've only seen a
Slave to your
TikTok.
master.
Basically, I've only seen a clip of it, right? And the thing looked like it was Megan Fox as like a basically a maid robot.
Right.
Basically, he shags the robot, right? And he's sitting there in this scene. It makes me want to watch the film because he sits there in the scene at the kitchen table. We can't do this, you know. I'm married. I'm with kids. You know what I mean? This is whatever. And he's like, "Oh, don't you enjoy my fucking whatever," right? And then it just pans out and is like 6-year-old daughter's just sitting there beside him in the chair, and I
What?
fucking like died laughing. I was like,
Jesus
why is she in
Christ.
this scene? Like you think it was a conversation?
Aye. Fuck's sake.
I was like, I was straight in. Then I was like, this film's clearly stupid as
That's
fuck.
horrific.
Yeah.
You ever seen one of those? I saw them. Where was it? It's like a restaurant. Tell you where's got one actually. Belfast Airport, right?
Okay.
Where in the bar and the bit where you order like breakfast and stuff like that, it'll deliver it.
Yeah.
A robot delivers it.
I've seen that before.
Yeah.
It's in that horrible looking bar too.
Yeah.
What's that about?
It's just like a tray,
freaked me out.
and it obviously knows where the tables are, and then it can sense to go around chairs and stuff, and it'll just bring you your food. I fucked that robot.
Not even a semblance. Not even a semblance of human. That's what you get when you get a real cheap robot. It's basically fucking Johnny Five from Short
I
Circuit.
didn't even order food. Served a bag of nuts, bag of peanuts and a pint, and then it delivered into my chair. And as it came in, my dick was just waiting for it, and it slid into my dick.
Did they go?
That's why I'm barred from Belfast International.
Did they look out and go? There's fucking dirty dishes piling up on all the tables. Where's the fucking robot?
People getting angry because they've not been delivered their breakfast yet.
Like, people go
Where's
mad.
the robot? And it's like over
Open up
me.
the disabled.
It's like I said, I've got it bent over the sink, slapping its ass in one of the trays.
Little robotic legs going.
No.
Jesus Christ. How did we even get on to it? Or Megan?
Yeah.
I watched Snatch as well. I had to, and I watched The Gorge, which was good. I was just telling you about it. It was
And,
stupid but enjoyable.
Did you
In the Discord, by the way, we had an argument about was Anna Taylor-Joy better looking with blonde or brown hair.
Jesus.
That was halfway through it. That
Who's
was
Anna Taylor-Joy?
She's
She the woman in the menu.
can't remember.
She the woman
the
that played
menu.
chess.
Yeah.
Aye.
Yeah.
Chess
She's
woman.
Yeah, she looks quite strange.
Aye, Elfin.
Yeah.
Elfin look.
Yeah. Somebody says she looks like she's been who was it? Katie in the thing said she looked like she was battered with a shovel, but well.
Accurately. A well-placed shovel.
A well-placed shovel, not like Gail Platt. Do you know?
Did you enjoy Captain America?
Yeah.
It's alright, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah, I fucking hate Anthony.
Just a good, solid action film.
Yeah, I actually, do you know what really fucked me? I was like, I couldn't be arsed with Falcon's action scenes ever, but that film was way better.
I can't be bothered with the new guy that's the Falcon.
Oh,
Can't be bothered.
that was, you know, I didn't like a lot of it, and then it's a real military suck-off job, you know, even though it's kind
Aye.
of pretending it's not, it really is.
Yeah.
But yeah, better than I thought it was going to be.
It was good, man. Despite there was no Wolverine.
I fucking really enjoyed both bad guys. Like, they're great actors, both of them.
Aye.
Giancarlo Esposito and
He's not in it much. He's not in it as much as I thought he would be.
I wish he would be in it way more. He's
Aye.
a great bad guy.
He's a good bad guy.
And then what do you call him? What's his name?
Harrison.
Tim Blake Nelson.
Oh yeah, as a leader.
Oh, what am I talking about? Well,
Harrison
obviously,
Ford, aye.
I wasn't even on about Harrison
Yeah.
Ford. Yeah. No, Tim Blake Nelson. I mean, he's
Aye.
a stupid enough character.
Big
But,
ugly bastard, isn't it? Yeah.
Good actor though.
I was disappointed. Did you stay around for the post credits scene?
What was that?
I fucking hate when they do that. Everyone knows that's coming.
Yeah,
Like, why make it something cool?
Yeah.
Go like you know what they should have had. They should have had like I thought there would be like some kind of Wolverine
Yeah.
hint. Considering they had the whole thing about the adamantium,
Yeah.
I'd have thought it'd have been cool at the end just for a load of for a load of like the government to go, fucking with a load of adamantium, and then just some guy with big sideburns getting led into a room, and then being closed, and you go, ooh.
Yeah, okay.
Fuck off. Just fucking. Essentially, it was just like, oh, by the way, there's other worlds coming.
Yeah, great. We know.
You must know that anyway.
Yeah. Fuck's sake. Do you think it'd be a good one if they, again, why not do it? You know, why not bring your horse and a robot into it?
Right.
That was the cutscene.
That was a cutscene.
It came out at Marvel. I'd love to do a Marvel cutscene. So people waited to the end of, like, say that villain. And then it was like, oh, Thor's gone rogue.
It was just horrific.
And then it just came in and it's just Thor pummeling Rogue from X-Men. The X-Men are coming.
Yeah.
But it's just disgusting filth. Like spitting in the back of her head.
Or like Ant-Man. Right? It just cuts and it's Ant-Man just taking a shit. But he's Ant-Man, but his shit comes out at regular size. So you just see a wee Ant-Man getting raised up above the toilet seat with a big turd. Because he's on an ant toilet anyway. It's just a big turd.
He's on an ant's toilet.
An ant toilet. An ant-sized toilet.
That's a good... But if he's so long in the thing, he would have to have ant-related stuff around his house, you'd think.
No, because he'll live most of his life as a regular dude. Remember, he can go up and down.
I know, but does that mean you have to take a shit before he goes into the small one? In case he has to shit. Like, I mean, what happens if he shits himself?
Well, I'm assuming all the molecules in his body become tiny as well.
But if right, what I'm saying is if he shits himself, so he shat himself, it's out his arse, but in the suit.
Right.
And he does that in the, what is it, the tiny verse, whatever the fuck it is, right? And then he blows up.
And then it's just...
Does that mean like he basically it's so small he hasn't shit himself? When
that possible, aye. But then the other way, if he'd shit himself and then he became the small guy, because it's already out of his body and not part of his molecules, he'd just be swimming in his own shit.
That's the terrible way, the fate of Ant-Man. What a way to kill Paul Rudolph.
That's why Ant-Man can't drink.
People, Jesus Christ. That's so funny.
How did Ant-Man die, Dr. Doom? Drowned in his own shit.
Yeah, for fuck's sake.
Before we get to the film, kind of related. So one of our friends, Gareth, brought up today that Elon Musk has a botched penis enlargement implant.
Implant, I presume, means it's meant to be bigger.
But then, is that how would they do it? An implant?
I don't really know. To be brutally honest, I did ask him what his source was, and his source was Azealia Banks.
Right.
Who is
not
possibly...
the best.
Yeah, it's like... It's basically the female Kanye West online.
Right.
So, like... I mean, in terms of sources, it's possibly one of the worst I've ever heard.
Yeah.
But there's a couple of people saying it, not just her. Be fun, though. They'd be real funny. It seems like the kind of guy that would get a penis implant.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's exactly the type of...
Yeah.
He probably... You're like, is that how they do it? He probably fucking...
But then I would imagine he'd be the kind of guy that would invent a penis implant.
Okay.
A Tesla implant.
Crash and set fire every 2 minutes. What am I trying to say? Is there such thing
as a penis implant?
As a penis implant. Right. We're going AI. Yes, penile implant is a surgical inserted device that helps men get an erection.
See, so it's not for size, it's for...
Oh, it looks like it's... Yeah, types of penile implants. There's a pump in the scrotum allows the user to get an erection on demand. I didn't know that. You could just pump your testicles up.
Like Air Jordans, like early Air Jordans.
How? No way. So you can go into the bedroom and be like... So I just love that's very...
Hold on, baby.
Yeah. Give me a little strip tease and you're sitting there going... You have to deflate it by sucking out the top.
Do you remember that con of those fucking shoes?
Bendable silicone rods. That's the other one. Bendable silicone rods is the other type of...
Oh, that would be like, you know, like the bendy straws you get that go... Brrr.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be like that.
Crack and light up.
Yeah.
Glow in the dark cock.
Anyway. I do remember those fucking shoes, the early Air Jordans.
I know what you talk about it. I know
Nike pumps, where you could pump up there was a wee thing on the side of the tongue, and you'd pump it up, and apparently it would give you extra spring for the for the casual British youth who was constantly in the cork playing a 5-on-5, like fucking ridiculous.
Absolutely fucking ridiculous. Oh God, you know what I'm looking at now? Right. So if you don't know, if you were listening to last week, we missed an episode, right? Or a Patreon episode. So we said to make it up, we're going to do
a bonus one.
We're going to do a bonus one, but
Not even a bonus one, just the one we missed.
yes, just the one we missed. Yeah. But we're going to do a full, like basically an episode, right? But it was a rom-com because we were doing Bridget Jones' Diary. It was on Valentine's Day.
It was Valentine's Day, yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to know? I still don't know what's won. I've got the poll results. I've just got to. Do you want to know all the choices?
Yeah, go on then.
Right.
How many is there?
A load. I mean, about.
So we asked patrons to give us
12.
any rom-com that they'd want us to review as a regular episode, but we'd put it as a bonus episode.
Oh, you
So-
fucking cunts.
Right, so give me the 12.
We have a 50-50.
Fifth, right, okay. Right, okay.
Right, okay. So I'm going to tell you. Do you want me to tell you the 50-50 first?
No, tell me the other. Tell me from like. Do you
Okay.
have it like lowest rate? Lowest
Okay, I'll go
voted
lowest to highest and we'll go
Right.
up. How about that?
and then I'll say whether it would have been good or not.
Right. No votes for What Happens in Vegas, which I believe is a Vince Vaughn film.
All right, never heard of it.
Yeah, yeah. A 0 for Failure to Launch. Thank
Good.
God. Mr. Wrong. Don't know that one.
Never heard of it.
0% as well for The Hottie and the Naughty. I don't know
Amazing.
And there, 0 for Friends with Benefits.
Good.
0 for Secrets to My Success. Don't know
Jesus
that.
Christ,
0 for Silver Linings Playbook.
is that a rom-com?
Never seen it, so I presume so. Right, so that's all the zeros out,
Right.
right? We've got below that, right? Okay, so we have 3 on 6% of the vote. We had When Harry Met Sally.
That would have been good. That's a good film.
Yeah. We got Holiday Touchdown. Must be it.
Jesus.
Right. And we have Playing for Keeps. That was like, I've heard of that, but I don't know what it's about. Right. Up to the 13% is it Giggly or Jiggly? Gigla?
Oh, Gigli.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, with Jennifer Aniston and Ben Affleck.
I never heard of
It's
that.
the one where Ben Affleck's in between her. She basically opens her legs and goes. It's like basically to get Ben Affleck to lick her out. She goes, "It's turkey time," and she goes, "Gobble gobble."
Is that what that film is from?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Right. 20%, She's All That. That didn't get the win.
Decent
either.
film.
The Wedding Singer.
That's a good film.
Yeah. Right. Up. And My Big Fat Greek Wedding also
Thank
got
God we didn't do that.
right.
God.
30%, 31%, Cocktail. Don't know Cocktail.
Right, fuck off. Whoever's fucking put Cocktail as a rom-com.
Well,
fuck off.
I left out a couple that someone had Tag, and I was like,
Right,
not a
no.
rom-com.
Cocktail is not a rom-com. Cocktail is there's some dark elements to Cocktail.
Okay, right.
Cocktail's one of my favourite films of all time.
Okay.
Fucking dare you.
Okay, that was 31%. Now we're on to the last two, which we're going to have to do something like a flip a coin
Right,
or
okay.
something like that for. But one of them's good and one of them's going to ruin us.
Right.
Number one, it's between 50 First Dates.
Okay.
Love that film.
Yep.
Or Bridget Jones's Age of Reason.
No. No. No.
This is your fault.
No.
Because people are angry.
No. Right.
Yeah, right. We don't have a coin. Right. How are we going to do this? Right.
We must have a coin.
Right. We're going to
both
have to
so
do.
poor that we don't have a coin.
Right. I'll tell you what we'll do.
Right. I'm going to toss my phone. Right.
I swear to God, you know what you deserve? You deserve Bridget Jones, The Age of Reason.
Wait a minute. Wait, there's a bottle top here, right?
Right. You actually deserve.
Right. If it lands with the cross,
Yeah.
it's... Fuck, I don't know. I'm trying to
You're
work
trying
out,
what would be
out
better?
the physics of what will be better on this.
I would say Cross is Bridget Jones
Right, cross is Bridget Jones.
because it sounds like an
if
English
it
flag.
lands with that up top, it's 50 First Dates.
Oh no.
Please, the love of God, please. No! Fucking fuck off!
It fell out. But it's 51st. Or it's Age of Reason. You stupid. See, this is your fault from Sex and the City. Because people got really upset that I chose this movie this week
Jesus.
and not this film.
Right.
They said, you should have had him back for Sex and the City. But even Ma was like, no, not going to happen.
Oh my God.
You see, now This all your little fucking chickens come to roost now. I'm actually delighted.
Oh God!
I'll take an hour.
I have to watch another of this shite. I have to watch that this weekend as well. Like Cardiff.
Oh
long
God!
train journey to Cardiff. I'm going to have to watch this. Oh my God! Oh fuck off!
This is why we should never give these cunts a
What's
bus.
the Is that the second one? Edge of Reason.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
no!
50 First Dates is genuinely good.
It's quite,
crack.
you know, it's fucking Sandler and Drew Barrymore.
I didn't know what the physics would have been on a cat as well.
I'm going to do it again, right, just to see if we've been shafted by physics.
Yeah.
No, we've not. We have been shafted by fate.
You've been shafted by fate.
Fuck.
Right. Right, shall we go into this film?
Right.
Because this film, people were happy about this, the Irish people. Right?
Yeah.
Now, I wondered.
This is Irish as fuck, this film.
This was like, what I haven't seen this since I was way younger, right? And it's nowhere near the quality that I thought it was, like a general, some of the shit in it, right? I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, I remembered it being more like The Commitments.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a cheap film.
It's a cheap film, right? Now, this was a TV film, I believe, for a thing, and it just absolutely exploded in Ireland, right? Like Colin Meaney won like a Golden Globe for this.
They did.
Isn't that fucking...
No.
Or nominated
No,
a
I
Golden
thought it
Globe
was
for
the Vanny one. Maybe.
I think it's this. He won
Is
it
it
for-
this?
Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
but possibly, yeah. I might be
'Cause
wrong.
I know the Van's more 50-50.
Yeah.
It's the lesser of the three. Maybe it is, but yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Now, when I was watching it, I went, this is actually, people think The Commitments is Irish. It is. This is the most accurate portrayal of 90s Ireland I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And a disturbing...
So this is early 90s Dublin.
very early 90s, yeah.
So this is Roddy Dell's Barrytown trilogy.
Yeah.
Now, Barrytown isn't a place.
No.
It's a completely fictional place in Dublin.
Yeah, but I think they're like, if I was to guess, where it is just north inner city Dublin,
Right.
Like it's kind of like either the Liberties or, where Liberties is kind of near where Vicar Street is,
Aye.
right? Or maybe out by Ballymun,
Right.
would be another one, which is
Because I listened to a couple of things about not just this, but like Ireland in general, and I realised how bleak Ireland was in like the late 80s, early 90s, and then there seems to be like two things that pretty much saved Ireland, right?
Celtic Tiger, was it?
Well, no, this is pre-Celtic Tiger.
Yeah, it would have been, yeah.
Two things that saved and kind of brought Ireland, because I think growing up, like, so I would be, when was this released? Like 93?
This was 93.
So I'd be 12. So I've always assumed that Ireland was this touristy, like a massive, well-known worldwide thing. I always thought that Americans were had a huge hard-on for Ireland and all this kind of stuff. But apparently that's not the case. Like, pre this, no one really gave a shit about Ireland at all. But there's two things. Do you want to know the two things that happened early 90s that put Ireland on the map? One of them's Riverdance.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But that definitely had a massive...
Because Riverdance was a worldwide phenomenon.
Yeah.
Like, that was like the biggest cultural thing to come out of Ireland.
Yeah.
The other was Italia 90.
Oh, well, yeah, Italian 90 was massive first too. I mean, I would have maybe guessed possibly Eurovision, but that's not big enough.
No.
But Italian 90, yeah. What a big, yeah.
Because what, Ireland get to the quarterfinals?
Yeah, and we were again, the whole loved the fans and all that.
Aye.
It was all pretty dramatic. I mean, Italian 90 would beat Italy, isn't it? Ray Houghton's.
Italy, aye.
Loopy volley.
Was that Charlton? Was he manager then? Aye. And Charlton was still manager in 94?
Aye. I think so, yeah.
Aye.
That's a good question. I think so, yeah.
Aye,
He is,
because I remember seeing that when they're trying to get John Aldridge on and they're arguing with the linesman, and it's it's like in Florida and they're fucking roasting. Like,
that's right.
Yeah.
Great. Now, I was like, is this too Irish for you?
Is this too Irish?
Is it too Irish? Like, I know you'd get, because
Most
Scottish,
things are too Irish for me.
Well, my point is, right, like, I get you'd find it funny and loads of the lines in it funny.
Yeah.
But was it too like, oh God?
I think because I was thinking about this in the drive away over, and I was thinking because there's certain Scottish films. There's a film called Local Hero, which you've probably never heard of.
No.
Right? It's my dad's favourite film, and it's a film about basically Burt Lancaster plays this oil tycoon who's trying to start up this research facility in a small coastal town in Scotland.
Right.
And it's very Scottish.
Yeah.
But so I was thinking that would probably be the equivalent in terms of a film I've grown up with. But if you show it to anyone outside of Scotland, they'd go, "Oh, that's a bit." So yes, I enjoyed this.
Yeah.
But I don't think I would get the same enjoyment as I imagine you would because I haven't grown up in this.
Yeah. Right. So here's one how well this is a very much loved. This is one of
I can see.
Like most of the people that talk about in the comments of this were saying there was a question put out to us. The only question for this episode, really, like outside the Patreon, would be, is this the greatest ever Irish film? That's how high this is. I don't think it is. No, I don't actually think The Commitments is better than it.
I think The Commitments. I enjoyed The Commitments more.
Yes,
The Commitments is a better film.
Yeah, I do. It is a better film. It's not funny, but it is a better film.
No,
I do think that other people were saying things like Intermission and not talking about Irish films. You can't really count Banshees of Inisherin would be an Irish film in fairness, but you can't really count as other films. I'm not really counting In Bruges, even though it's full of all Irish shit.
Angela's Ashes.
Angela's Ashes is a big one.
It's an Irish film.
Yeah, it's just pretty fucking grim.
That's grim. It's not a knockabout comedy.
Michael Collins is always fun.
Yeah,
that wouldn't say is the best.
The Devil's Own. That's it's a big Irish
Far
film.
Away.
Far Away. Oh God Almighty! Jesus Christ! What's that one with the guy? What's that one with the guy that plays the Babe the Pig's dad?
Oh,
with Christopher Walken in it. Where they have terrible Irish accents.
It's not. You're not talking about Wild Mountain Thyme.
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah. That one. That's grim.
Intermission's a big one for everyone.
What's Intermission about?
Intermission's like a Colin Farrell kind of gangster movie and thing. And
The Two Popes. That was
he decks a woman in the opening scene. Genuinely, can't remember Colin Farrell hits women all the time in films.
He does actually.
Intermission's the first one.
Traffic other Irish films.
Intermission would be up there. Do you remember Ordinary Decent Criminal?
Yes. Talk about Spacey in it. Yeah.
He's playing a real bad Irish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I try to think.
It's actually hard to know, because people are always "Wouldn't the Chicks the Barley" movie or Garage. You've never heard of Garage, a good film?
No.
Pat Short topping himself.
Because I watched the IFTAs. Well, I watched the start of the IFTAs. There's a guy we both know, Kevin McGarn, was hosting it.
Yeah.
He's really fucking good. He's really good on it. Really good. Proper monologue was class, man. And I didn't realise how many. We have the Scottish BAFTAs, and there's never huge people there. But the Irish one, everyone, fucking Cillian Murphy was there.
Well, fuck
Kneecap were there.
Fucking Cillian will be there every time because he's militant Irish.
He
probably fucking preferred than an Oscar. Mad bastard. Moved his children back because they sound in English.
I have a lot of respect for that.
I love Cillian. Will die a hero for that. Correcting any interviewer. Anytime anybody mentions British, and you just be like Irish. That was amazing.
But this is a very, very Irish film.
Yeah. The most Irish film I think of possibly of all time.
Yeah,
absolutely. Really perfectly captured the family roaring at each other at all times and not shutting the fuck up.
Families are so massive.
That's very funny.
8 kids in this fucking thing.
But that's Catholic Ireland, isn't it? Back
then? But that seems obscene.
It's not. My mother had 8 brothers and sisters.
My
grandmother had 16
brothers.
But
that's because your grand's a whore.
I have something I have mine's is not that massive, but I do have about 30 first cousins.
Jesus Christ.
About 80 second cousins.
That's fucking disgusting. I've got 2.
How'd you have 2?
Yeah.
You couldn't have 2 first cousins.
I do. My mum and dad only have one sibling each.
That's tiny.
So I have two.
So I think, right, I think mine's is more, no, it's not actually close to normal. Yeah, they just didn't give a fuck about condoms. Like, what basically what this film is about.
Yeah.
That wasn't a thing. They thought they'd burn in hell. I don't think people realize how badly the Catholic Church fucked Ireland until very recently. Like, genuinely, it came through everything, still in the schools. I was taught all this shit, like, never wear them or you'll die. You'll burn in hell. Like, I'm fucking, like, born in 1990. So, like, so all this is kind of like, it's very backward and then kind of cut up very quickly.
What's wrong with the Pope?
Oh.
What's he got? Is it pneumonia?
Pneumonia in the lungs.
Pneumonia in the lungs.
Yeah.
It's not all pneumonia.
They said
it's pneumonia not always not. You don't.
Pneumonia.
Not many people get pneumonia of the foot.
You've got pneumonia in your balls, Francis. What's the Pope's name? It's not Pope Francis, is it? Still?
I don't. I just always know them as Pope.
There was Pope Benedict. He was the goalkeeper, the Polish goalkeeper.
What?
Yeah, Ratzinger.
Ratzinger was a Nazi.
No,
Nazi Pope.
He's not. He just sounds like one.
No, he was. Was he not? What was a Nazi Pope then?
That was Pope Pius II. That's the one my dad's named after.
John Paul II. He's like the goat of the popes.
He's especially the Irish. They fucking really.
He's the one. If you had to draw a pope, you'd draw him.
You'd be John Paul II. Right?
Aye.
Yeah, but there was Pope Benedict. One of them retired. I didn't think you could do that. I thought you had to die.
I so did I.
And then he died, and I was like, the Pope's dead. Remember, like 2 years ago? And they're like, no, it's the one that retired. And you're like,
aye.
I think that's Ratzinger. He was a Polish guy.
He's a Nazi Pope.
He sounds it, so that's enough.
Right, I'm going to get Nazi.
Ratzinger was a Polish goalkeeper. He played for a Polish football team. He was the goalkeeper, right? He wasn't Artur Boric, the holy goalie.
No.
But he was an actual thing. And then
he was a genuine goalkeeper. Yeah. Right.
And then there's Pope Francis.
Good at crosses. Well,
dealing with crosses, great. Yeah. Stigmata, ball clean through his hands.
Nazi Pope.
Pope Pius II, I believe, was the Nazi Pope.
No, Pope Pius the 12th.
Pope Pius the 12th.
Wait a minute. Pope Pius the 12th was actually during the reign of the Nazis. Hitler's Pope. He's known as Hitler's Pope.
That's the one my dad's named after.
Hitler's Pope. That's amazing. No, Pope Benedict was the one that was part of the Hitler Youth.
Oh my God.
So he's the most recent one. Aye.
He's a recent one. So he is Pope an Benedict. Actual fucking...
Yeah.
It's Benedict Ratzinger then?
Let's find out.
Oh man, that's hilarious. Pope
Rat. I don't even know how to play Ratzinger. Pope Benedict, yes. Same dude.
So Pope Benedict is Ratzinger.
So he's the goalie as well.
He's the holy goalie. He died a couple of years ago.
What a fucking... He didn't half fit a lot in, didn't he?
Ratzinger, goalkeeper. Let me see this, right? Felix Ratzinger. Oh no, that's an actual goalkeeper. I was like,
wow.
Pope Benedict, yeah, he was also a fan of Bayern Munich. After speak, of course he's a fucking fan of Bayern Munich. That's so funny, a Nazi fucking Pope. Is the current one Francis then?
I've no idea.
Right, so let me see what the current Pope is, right? This is terrible. Aye, right, so the current one is Francis. He's Jorge Mario Bergoglio. I reckon I'm not. He's the first born or raised outside Europe since the 8th century papacy of the Syrian Pope Gregory III. Where the fuck's Francis from? It's hilarious that you're...
Is he not Spanish?
He's fucking Argentinian. How'd you have like a... It's hilarious you could get such a shite Pope name if you're saying like Japanese Pope and he's like, oh, it's Pope Gavin. You're just like, fuck's sake, man. Pope Craig. Ito Sawaguchi. Known as Pope Craig the First.
Here's two questions for you. What do you think the Pope's salary is?
Oh my God!
In dollars. They're only giving it in dollars.
Young boys. Dollars, right? American dollars, obviously.
Yeah. No.
Don't know why.
Canadian.
Vatican dollars. Pope dollars. I reckon he's bound to only get 10 grand a year.
No,
and the rest is like
much more.
The rest's all given to him. Like he lives
32 grand a year.
Right.
Wait a minute. 32 grand a month? What the fuck?
What's he need that for? He lives in a
Jesus
literal
Christ.
palace.
32 grand a month?
Like, I think in terms of expenses, everything comes with being the Pope.
32 grand? That's a decent winger.
Yeah. Well,
Salary.
36, that's 360 grand a year. That's
Fucking
he's on
hell.
$250,000, isn't he?
That's not bad at all.
He's well over $250,000 a year.
Jesus H. Christ.
Third of a
Fucking
million a
hell.
year.
What do you know what his last words were before he died?
Which one? Ratzinger?
Aye.
Yeah, well, what is it?
Uh,
Two mein Führer?
no. No. Do you want to know?
No.
It's wine your body, wiggle your belly, boom shakalaka. No, it's Lord, I love you.
Well, I thought that was the first one. It's just
similar.
translated.
His full name was Joseph Aloysius Ratzinger.
Aliosis? Is it not Aloysius?
It is Aloysius. Aloysius.
Aliosis does sound like a fucking
Aloysius.
how water
This
transfers
guy's
or something.
fucking fascinating.
Aloysius. Aye.
Well, there you
Pope
go.
Ratzinger. Anyway.
So, tell people who haven't seen it what this film is about.
Basically, this is an Irish family where a young, not even young enough to cause this much of a hassle. I believe she's 20 or something.
I couldn't tell what age
She
she
said
was.
she was 20 at the start.
she's 20,
And then
aye.
you're like, it would make more sense, not more sense because this would definitely happen still in those days, you know? But it's just funny that you think that the uproar was like if she was 16. Basically, a 20-year-old Colin Meaney's 20-year-old daughter gets pregnant. And basically, she gets pregnant by an older guy in the town.
And no one gives a shit when she says she's pregnant because everyone's like, all right, fair enough.
Aye.
You keeping it? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And then it's only when they find out who's the dad,
Yeah.
that's when the shit hits the fan.
And basically, it's just about dealing with rumors.
Because it's an old guy. It's her pal's dad.
Can I just say how many? It's hilarious that this guy, George Burwell?
Borges.
George Borges, right? This guy, that actor, of all people, keeps getting typecasted as a shagger.
Really? I've never seen him in anything
You
else.
fucking have. He's Pat Mustard in Father Ted.
Oh, is he? Wow.
Off to ride Mrs. O'Reilly, and he's running and shagging everyone in the post office.
That's amazing.
So this guy's been, I've seen him in two things, and he's just rampant shagger of women. Which is
Jesus
so funny.
Christ.
Yeah, so that's Pat Mustard, yeah.
The actual shagging bit. Because do you know what? That's when I got invested in it. Properly invested in the film when I found out it was her pal's dad.
Yeah.
That was the dad of the baby. Because I was
Yeah.
like, all right, fucking here we go.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think initially I thought we were never going to find out who the dad was, and I thought it was just some dude.
Yeah.
The actual pumping is fucking grim.
I mean, it's basically, it'd be one that could go to court very much as a,
Yes,
you know, like she's basically completely hammered.
she is absolutely hammered.
And he looks like he's actually going to be nice. Is he all right there?
Yeah.
And then he just next scene is fucking.
It's very weird.
Yeah.
Because she's pissed and is obviously looking to pump
Yeah.
and doesn't realise who the hell it is. It's just some dude. And then they shag on the top of a Volvo parked in the car park outside the pub in the rain, and it's...
What did he say after it? I wrote it down. Oh, God. I fucking howled.
He calls her a good girl.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he goes... first of all, she goes, "Is that you squeaking?"
Aye.
As he blows his load in her. But
Yeah.
then he goes, "That was A1. Accidental partridge. Before partridge, that was A1. Good girl." I was like, "Oh God of Almighty."
It's horrible.
Yeah,
and then he keeps her pants.
Oh, and he says that he's going to he was like, "What you have them for?" And he was like, I was going to show it to the
Show the lads.
But it didn't.
I know. And then he offers her a tenner to make up for it. Just a tenner.
A fucking tenner. He genuinely walks away as if he's going to give her 10 grand. Hold on. I have to get it in my.
So fucking weird.
I have to get it from my stash.
The idea that Colin Meaney only finds out about it because he's been down the pub talking about how cracking a ride she is.
So fucked
It's
up.
so disgusting.
The whole thing's so horrible, so brutally realistic.
But it
too.
does, like, seriously.
So realistic.
It raises the question of, is that sexual assault?
I'd say so. Yes.
I think,
if this man is completely sober, sees her,
but I don't think he is.
right? Yeah,
I think he's pissed as well.
okay.
Right, and I'm not excusing it in any way. I'm just
yeah.
looking at it from every different angle, right?
Yeah.
I think what does make it sexual assault is the difference in power and status.
Of course,
I
yeah.
think the fact that he's her elder and
Knows who it is,
and
she's hammered. Clearly,
and he knows she's fucking hammered.
Yeah. No, yeah. Absolutely.
I think it's I think it's slightly different if it was someone our own age
Yeah.
and they were both hammered.
Yeah, you're sure.
That's when you get in the murky waters of.
Yes, absolutely. If they're both completely
Because-
fucked, yes.
Because there's always that argument of no consent is given, but also no objection is made. So that's where you go, fuck.
Yeah. I mean, you just don't pump unless you're sure.
Aye, it's a good rule.
I mean, that's just it. I mean, there's absolutely not, especially but I get it with if two people are absolutely inebriated and wake up the next
Yeah.
day and don't remember the thing.
Yeah.
Sure. This case obviously is different because he knows who it is and he seems well more in tune, even if he is drunk.
Aye.
You know, she doesn't fucking.
Yeah.
She doesn't even remember the next day. Obviously, whatever. But
Aye.
Shagging his younger neighbor on the car.
Aye, it's
Yeah. I
it's
mean,
not a good look.
fucking when he starts messaging the mother, his wife.
Aye, he just leaves her a letter. It's like it's weird. What is it? She says it's weird being married to someone for 20 years and suddenly realizing he's a prick.
yeah, that's
Some
great.
fucking great lines in this.
Yeah, some of the like one of the most famous scene I think that was always quoted for years is like when Colin Meaney, who is I love Colin Meaney.
Aye.
He's fucking great and everything. I've seen him in like some of the worst films you'll ever see.
Yeah.
and I still love him in them. Right, he's good at being an old bastard.
Yeah.
But in this he's he is like, I mean, he is the whole film in this. He is very good at acting as a kind of typical Irish fella, but then comes around to like a lot of shit. It's very nice. I think that's why people like it. Right? But Colin Meaney, when he turns to his wife and goes, when he's like, "Just fuck all on the television," and he's got any chance of a ride?
Aye, I suppose it rides out of the
Well,
question.
it's one of the rides out of a question, and she goes, well, "Just wait till I finish this line."
And he
Which is
goes, what? Seriously? What? You're not messing, are you?
His fucking face. He goes,
I'll go and brush my teeth.
"I'll go through this."
And
brush it."
she goes, that would be nice.
So fucking funny. Yeah. Remember when they're chatting about when she is laugh. Remember they were laughing and he goes about who the guy was. They're down at the bar basically, and the guy's like, "Oh, a hefty langer on him."
yeah.
One of my favorite lines. But the part where I fucking cried laughing the most was when she is like she's got like visions or ghosts.
And then there's this
Bizarre.
four old people yelling shit at her, yeah.
Shaming her to bits.
Yeah.
I fucking died laughing
Yeah.
at that. One of them says, "You dirty bitch."
Yeah. There's a lot of calling her a bitch.
That feels like I bet. I always imagine like that's like if you have like a Chinese in bed, like a takeaway. That's the visions that come to me. You disgusting freak, dirty bastard. You.
Have you ever eaten in bed and been disgusted with yourself?
Aye.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely have. I mean, I rarely ever have. I have done it, but like I can't. I'm pretty sure I felt so bad about it. I think I was absolutely hammered, and I woke up with
Aye.
like chow mein at the side of the bed, and I went,
See, I've had buckets of chicken
"Okay, like
in
with
bed
stuff like this."
in bed with me, but I've laid a towel down for the chicken. And then placed it on the towel, and then I've had another towel for my hands.
No, right.
So then I wake up in the morning and I go in the bathroom and there's just two chicken stained towels.
That's
And that's the only towels I have. Oh no! Oh god!
in fairness,
I'm gonna have to shower with a chicken towel now. This is awful. A terrible idea last night was.
I'm gonna be fucking visiting you and telling you a fucking dirty bastard after that. Like I've done it before, but I mean, laying down a towel is another level of this is gonna be bad.
Do you know one of
You
the
fucking know this is gonna be horrible.
I just realised one of the scummiest fucking things. I remember I was in a hotel room in Leicester one night, right? And I remember I was watching Lost. Right?
Hold on. I've had way more food now than you said a hotel room. I've done it in hotel rooms loads.
Oh, I wasn't even in my home bed.
I was talking about your home bed.
No.
Hold on
Dennis,
now.
you can't be that much of a scumbag in your own house.
That's where I felt like that was way worse.
Oh,
You've come
no.
in, the family comes in, there's chicken.
Oh,
There's
God,
chicken.
no.
I was like,
I'm not
Mark.
drying my kids with a chicken towel. Like, Jesus Christ.
Right, well, it's still terrible.
Uh-huh.
But when you said it, I go, oh, no, wait a minute. I've definitely had way more than I've pretended there. Food, like especially in like Belfast when you're up in the Empire. I've always brought something from that chip coat place to the thing. And there isn't really a thing. So I'd be sitting in bed eating a fucking whatever.
Aye.
You know, I wouldn't put down a chicken and cover this. You
You got to put down a towel for the chicken.
No, I haven't done that now.
So
I would eat it in the box with tissues, but
The time in Leicester, I remember getting again. It was a bucket of chicken, and because that's often only what's open at night. So there's hundreds of chicken.
It's not even that.
For some reason, in England, I've got fucking thousands of chicken places. So I was watching Lost on the telly, right? Because I was massively into Lost, and I had a bucket of chicken, sitting on my chest, right? And I realised that with the angle and the gravity, I just basically had the chicken. I didn't even have the chicken bucket sitting upright. I had it on its side, right? And all I needed to do was kind of shift my chest up, and another drumstick of chicken would roll down my chest towards my mouth.
That is.
I didn't even have to move my hands. They would just roll down, and then I'd and then just spit the bone onto the chicken towel.
You are literally fat bastard. That's literally fat bastard. It's fucking unbelievable.
Oh God,
That
so
is
funny.
yeah. That is
Raging
low.
every time I need a drink because I'm like, oh fuck, I've not set up a system for this yet.
Setting up systems so you don't have to move.
That's so bad.
It's so bad.
Just rolling chicken into my mouth. Ah.
Can you control your tits? You know,
No.
like The Rock. That'd
I'd
be
love to
funnier.
be able to do that. No,
Popcorn chicken in.
that's one of the things I would love to. Would be one of the only things that would entice me to work it out. Being able to do that. Also, another thing that I would love to be able to do. Do you know when people are on their back and they can arch themselves and kick flip themselves up onto their feet again?
Yes,
I'd love to be able to do that.
like Scotty Too Hottie.
Yeah, it's a cool move. I'd love to be able to do that. Imagine do that in the morning.
I don't know.
Out
if
of
I
bed.
could I do that?
I don't
Don't
think
think I could.
You wouldn't have the. No, you wouldn't have the upper body strength.
No, it's not about upper body strength.
It's core.
My I can do kind of like a couple of chin ups, right? But the only reason I can do it is because
on.
I'm so light, not because I'm strong.
Aye, that's true. Aye.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with strength. You know, it's
That's
just-
why I can't do them.
if I did that, you see, like I'm so light, I'd be like a feather, and the light would
Aye.
just, the air would just start be like,
Push you back on your plant you on your face.
like you're strong. I go, nope, so weak that it works.
See, that's why I can't do pull-ups. Because I'm heavy, whereas I'm actually strong and hard as fuck.
Hard as nails?
I'm so strong and hard, but I'm just too heavy for it.
That's
If I had a normal guy's body, I'd be like fucking. I'd do 90.
You'd be like that fucking dude that walks around the gym.
91 armed.
You ever see that ad in Ireland with I think it was like Tato ad where the guy's in the gym and he was like, they were asking me, he's like, hey, how many weights did you put on? And he was like, did you put on any more weights? And he goes, there were no more. I can't remember what the fuck that ad was. It's an old Irish ad.
There were no more.
There were no more.
Oh, that's
Did you put on any more? There were no more.
Oh god.
But this film, yeah, very incredibly Irish. I enjoyed the scene where he was like, they were laughing. They kind of were like, they started getting on together, the father and thing, or he calmed down about George Burgess because he started a whole fight in the pub and started battering lads. But he basically said, he's like, you know, and what if the kid looks like me? what if the kid looks like George Burgess? He's
Yeah.
like, I'll still love it all the same.
Yeah,
He
because
goes,
she pretends it's a Spanish sailor.
yeah. And then he goes, what if it's a girl and it looks like George Burgess? And then he just goes, well, we'll have to smother it and leave it on the step. Big fan of that.
It's remarkable how calm everyone, even though she is pretty much ostracised, it is remarkable how calm the family take the fact that her. Because you would think that all hell would break loose if you found out that your pal's dad had impregnated you.
Well, I don't think. Like, I think it's quite like Scotland in the way, in the fact that, like, I don't think it's like different. I know some people be like, what is this all about? But I feel like, for example, caring what the neighbours think was a massive thing back then, you know? So that would be, I mean, she herself takes it remarkably well. Like, she's very calm about it and decides to ignore it because, like, whatever. And so is the mother kind of. Mother's more disturbed about the Catholic roots, about how this is wrong. And wants to tell the kids. And the dad's the only one that I feel like's actually reacted naturally.
I don't know how he hasn't leathered them though.
I think he was.
I know he has him up against a wall in the toilet, but
I don't think he knows then that it's
only at that point is he sick because George Burgess has been going about going, oh, she's a cracking ride.
I was only messing.
Aye, I was only messing. Yeah,
it's your 20-year-old daughter. You still deck him regardless of his
exactly.
messing. Yeah, he doesn't, and then I think. But the next time he sees him, remember, is on the street.
Aye.
And he has clippers going like that.
Oh, aye.
Right? And that's the only time, I think, after that he knows it's exactly happened. He's already started the fight, even though George wasn't there. Like, if George was there, he would have obviously battered him at that stage.
Aye.
I think he comes around and then his promises to the daughters, I leave it. You know,
I suppose.
But, I mean, it'd be very hard to...
Yeah.
Like, if you... when your dad's... You know...
Aye.
Yeah, it happens so much. I said the only thing I think that would make this film more realistic, and this has happened so much, would be if it was the priest.
Really?
That happens all the time in Ireland, where the priest gets a woman pregnant. You know?
Really?
Aye, jeez, so many fucking stories. We had that. What do you call that fucking? We had Bernard Casey, dude. Our famous fucking Archbishop of Galway, and he fucked off with like, I ended up having another family essentially.
Jesus.
And it all got, hidden under the covers, and that's who your man from Father Ted's based on. You're by Trilly.
Oh yeah.
He's always got an extra. He's always got another family in that too. Remember?
Right.
Like they're all kind of based on real people.
What? Like, because there's not a huge amount of religious stuff in this film.
No, there isn't.
I would have expected more.
No.
That's what I thought the shame was going to come.
But that's where the mother kind of is talking about how, like, we have to tell him this is all wrong, and the kids and all that. Yeah, I think Roddy Doyle never fully leans. He never really talks about the thing because day-to-day life it would be that, or the priest would, like, if you really fucked up, the joke used to be, if you really fucked up at school or you did something, you got expelled, you come home and the priest would be waiting for you because the priest would be at your kitchen table waiting for you.
Yeah.
I don't know if that happens around here too. No,
I don't know.
But so the priest probably would have came and talked to her. You'd imagine, like, what have you done?
Aye.
Which is mental. You would let him in your family. Like, nowadays, you would be like, go away, you child shagger.
And at this stage, was abortion would that have been like proper sinful?
Oh yeah, beyond belief. I mean, sure, that was proper sinful till about 2002 in Ireland. Like, you would probably be seen as, I mean, like, yeah, the whole thing kicked off in Ireland because, like, Savita died, which was like a woman who, she got pregnant, and I think the only thing that would have saved her life was an abortion. Whatever happened to her inside, the pregnancy was going to kill her, and they refused to do the surgery, and she died.
Jesus.
So that's why in Ireland it all exploded. Like, when was that? I don't think that was 2002.
I would have thought that'd be later.
2012. Yeah, it was 2012. When did Savita die here? I'm getting this wrong, but when that happened, there we go. Request for a Savita thing, 2012. Yes. Jesus. So yeah, Indian origin, living in Ireland, died from sepsis. Request for an abortion, after a prolonged miscarriage, was denied because of the thing, and
Jesus
she died.
Christ.
So it exploded, and that eventually got the thing over the proper grim shit.
Aye.
Like in Ireland, like with all of this till very recent. Again, like because you think I always think that people think that I think Ireland was quite backward till very recently, and because of everything was so backward, and people kind of stood up against all this mad shit.
Yeah.
In the Catholic Church now, everyone's hyper the other way.
Aye.
Do you know, like they're quite over the, like, you know, as a nation, mind you, there's a lot of right wing cunts popping up now. So
Aye.
of course, but yeah, quite funny. Like that's
Thank God.
2012.
Thank God we're all sound with abortion now.
Yeah. Oh God.
Because I have had 15
Yeah. I always used to.
this month.
That's what I said. I was like, thank God it came through. Now I can go legit. Yeah. So pretty fucking interesting film. Like it is quite a
Do you know what always blows my mind?
Yeah.
Because Colm Meaney, so he plays the same character in all three of these films.
I don't
He's
remember.
the dad of the rabbit family.
Yeah, he's not Rabbit in this.
Ah, he is.
He's not. He's Curly.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I
No,
thought this was the same dad.
I don't think so. No.
I thought this was the same dad as the Commitments.
I think it might be the same dad as the van, but I'm really not sure if it's the same.
Right.
Yeah, because he's like, so on this he is the rabbit. You see, he's Rabbit, isn't he, in thing? So he's not in this. I don't know. He might be the same in the van. I don't actually remember the van
Right.
much. But like, it's very funny seeing him in this because it would have been funny because he has done Die Hard before this.
That's literally what I was going to just say. He's two roles before this, where he was a pilot in Die Hard 2.
Yeah.
Not even Die Hard, Die Hard 2.
Yeah,
It's like an
remember it.
English pilot that
I remember it.
ends up crashing the...
He's really over the top English.
Yeah.
Bloody.
And he was in, I forgot he was in Star Trek.
Yeah, he was
He
big.
plays an Irish guy in Star Trek Next Generation.
Yeah.
He's an Irish spaceman. Fucking insane.
Yeah. This is probably one of Brendan Gleeson's first films. He was quite
Aye,
good.
very young Brendan Gleeson, yeah.
Yeah. He's, you know, for acting anyway.
Yeah.
He was, it was him in it. Yeah.
What's the deal with your guy that just keeps calling people senor?
I don't know. It's pretty funny. It's always a character, isn't there?
Just a fucking dapper gent that's dressed better than everybody else.
There's always a character, I guess, is what that is. Another one or two things I just wrote were one of my favorite parts as well was like, I haven't cried since I was one. And he was like, you cried during the World Cup.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Sober, Sharon.
Yeah,
Sober.
yeah.
Amazing. I as well. One thing I wrote a little note about here is it's remarkable the abuse she got. How well it was. Like some of them had songs about her.
Aye, they did,
I was
aye.
like, well, that's fucking a next
Yeah.
level bullying.
Aye, the butchers. What the fuck was that? Because she works in like a supermarket stacking shelves. And then the three guys in the butcher counter start singing, but they're like juggling sausages while they're singing a song about her being a slag.
They've been practicing it all morning.
It's like a barbershop quartet. It just
Butcher shop quartet.
yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
Throwing sausages like shove that up, you fucking.
There's at
whore.
one point a kid shoplifting.
Aye.
And he stops his shoplifting to run up to call or something and then fucks off again.
I mean, as well, bad security, like literally stuffing his entire everything. It's like a bomber jacket full of fucking shit, and then goes, "Oh my god, it's her." Try not to bring, shame to the thing, but
See
proper
what-
Roddy Doyle.
See, the one thing I was going to ask as well about it, how, like, see the drinking during pregnancy?
Oh,
Like, because I remember we
realistic.
mentioned it very briefly when we did the commitments because someone who's pregnant, it's the bride at the start in the wedding where he first meets the band.
That's right.
She's having a pint. But this seems to take it to the fuck. She gets hammered when she's pregnant. Like, not even like, oh, I'll maybe have a wee glass of wine or I'll get it. She gets shots, everything.
Yeah,
Gets
yeah.
steaming about 4 times while she's heavily pregnant during this.
No wonder the fucking Irish are all mad.
Just like...
It's genuinely, it's one of those ones where you're watching it going like, God, yeah, God, remember those days, but also like, you're like, all of a sudden now you're like, oh, don't do that.
I'd need to ask whether that was a thing in Scotland. It must have been.
I would say it definitely was in Scotland. Like,
Just getting-
I'd be surprised if it wasn't.
Aye. But surely they must have known.
They definitely would have known, but they also would have been like, you deserve a wee fucking night
Aye,
out."
it can't be one of these things like, do you know how like
No harm, but like Guinness was good for you apparently.
Aye,
They had
aye.
that, you know what I mean?
But do you know how like it was only it was a certain time when you found out, oh shit, going out sunbathing is actually bad for you. Whereas before that, no one really knew.
Yeah. Just
Right? It was
themselves.
oh no, get yourself a nice tan. It's fucking great for you, right?
Get yourself a good metal fan.
Aye, imagine most people would have known
You're bound to have.
that getting pissed while you're pregnant can't be that great
Bound
for
to
you.
have been, like, bound to have known. Yeah.
Class days.
The good old days.
Can't even get fucking pissed when you're pregnant now.
Yeah.
Fucking woke society.
Yeah. Definitely. Love it. I wouldn't say even... I actually give this... I went on the old letterbox last night and I gave it 3.5 out of 5. I didn't give it more. Only because I think it's aged terribly, just in terms of like some of it was watching. To be honest, probably would have given it more if I actually watched it on the fucking DVD that I couldn't find, that I realised left it in here. I watched it on a fucking YouTube.
I couldn't find it anywhere apart from YouTube.
Yeah. That's why I said that you might want to take this DVD.
Aye.
I thought it'd be like even on RT Player or something. I don't
No.
think it is. Yeah.
I just very quickly. This is the absolute beauty of, because I was talking to. We were driving back yesterday from Stornoway, and Seamus was wanting to watch the Man City game, and so I was like, listen, see if you shut the fuck up for the next hour. I'll give you my phone, you can watch the Man City game. And at that point I thought it was on Sky, and because my dad's got Sky and I'm part of Sky Go, but it was TNT Sports.
Yeah.
He doesn't have TNT Sports. So I'm like, oh no. And I was like, it's all right, you can watch the Liverpool game as well. And I went, oh, it's not on either. Oh no.
Fucking hell.
That's in fucking Premier Sports or something. So then, right, this is the beauty of modern technology, right? Because I was saying to Amy, I remember when I was about 8 getting a portable television, like a wee handheld television, right, at Christmas, right? And I remember getting driven on Christmas Day up to have a meal with family miles away and watching snooker on this portable telly through the snowiest, interference-laden, shitey picture possible, and thinking, this is unbelievable.
Yeah,
sitting there thinking I was like Neil Armstrong, this is incredible. What they can achieve now, this is fucking incredible. Barely able to see balls, no idea who's playing, can't hear a thing for the...
I forgot it was snooker when you said I barely could see balls.
And then just sitting there going, will things ever get any better than this, right? Last night, to appease this fucking lunatic in the back that I've promised to football, what I did was I downloaded RTE Player, which for some reason has every fucking Champions League game on it.
Is,
Then he was able to watch in crystal clear quality on a phone a Champions League match through my phone, pretending it was in Dublin.
Yeah, great.
Unbelievable. Swack it through a VPN, download RTE Player.
Fairness to RT, many problems, but their sports coverage is pretty good.
Aye.
Yeah, good commentators too. Like they're usually pretty good old. It'd be like Liam Brady and shit on
Yeah.
it and things.
You loved it.
Yeah.
Because they don't have a dog in the game. So they were just slagging off Man City like fuck.
Yeah,
just how shite they were.
Yeah, it's great.
And he was like, I absolutely love this. They hate them.
Yes, they do.
Yep.
They're usually buzzing when an English team
It
gets
was
hammered.
absolutely brilliant. Yeah. So anyway,
Good fun.
just a wee side note as to
Sure.
how far we've progressed.
In RT and the FDIS.
I know, what an Irish episode. I haven't contributed much to this episode. So it's a very Irish episode.
I mean, I'll say something that will completely ruin your visual. I technically won an FT.
Oh god, is this one of your made up stories?
No, just Republic of Telly. I mean, I wrote one for Republic of Telly, one for comedy writing.
Oh, aye.
I was one of the writers. So
Did you get to the ceremony?
no, wasn't even invited.
Right. Well, it's dubious.
They did.
You could put it on your.
That's why I never claimed it.
I would.
I mean, one for comedy writing. They have to thing, and I was one of the 4 staff writers. I mean, technically that was it. But I
Definitely claim that, Lex. Fuck aye. Bastards didn't even invite you.
No, maybe I was, and I didn't give a fuck.
Unbelievable.
I don't remember, to be honest. I really
Ridiculous.
don't think about award ceremonies. I mean, I think I would like an award ceremony now.
I don't think I hate award ceremonies.
Like, I never went to that. I might have been invited, and I just went, ugh, no.
I often think,
I'd like to do a South Park in it
yeah,
when they took acid and went.
yeah. I often think I can't. I've stopped hating award ceremonies, and then the other night I watched the BAFTAs. Well, because you were watching it, I was like, I'll go and watch the start of it. And I watched David Tennant do 500 miles, and I just thought,
Just fucking dire.
my God, how, I don't understand how, as a Scottish person, you can allow yourself to be paraded about. Some fucking wank London producer going, how can we portray, wait a minute, that guy's Scottish. Let's do 500 miles again.
Yeah.
Let's drag that parochial
You wear the
shite out.
Here, Cullen Murphy, will you wear a, while you're presenting this award, will you wear a little ginger wig and a wee buckles on your shoe?
Exactly,
and
yeah.
you sing Country Roads the whole way up there. It's not even
Yeah.
fucking Irish, but you know, will you do that?
That's
will you?
exactly what it is.
And you're like, he'd be like, no.
Fucking wanks like David Tennant lap it up.
Aye, of course. Yeah. I don't like David Tennant. Never
No,
did.
can't stand him.
Never did. Incredibly overrated as well. He's very good in some things, mind you, but sometimes they're just like,
Some guy, when I put it up on Twitter, fucking raging, and he kept calling him a house jock. And I was like, yes, absolutely brilliant.
mate.
Right, next week, I don't know how. What?
yeah, I want to know what next week is.
Next week, I don't know how this is going to go. I was coming out this morning and I just reached into my
wee
and I was
sack?
like, do you know what? I'll completely go at random.
Oh, God.
So it could be classic.
I mean, we need Bridget Jones, and the snapper is. I still feel like we need a blockbuster.
Well, we do need a blockbuster. It's not a blockbuster.
Okay, shit.
I'm gonna temper those expectations very quickly.
Right.
I'll put out that fire. It's not a blockbuster. It is a film we will both very much enjoy watching.
Okay.
As
Right.
for how good a podcast will make, I've no idea.
Right. Is this going to be something like Hunt for Red October?
No, because that would be fucking great. Were you mad? Next week we're watching The Naked Gun.
Ah, all right. Okay, that's going to be excellent. All right. Okay, right.
So
Big one. Yeah, that should be good.
Comedy film, but we've never done
Hard to do a podcast.
we've never done such a comedy film before,
Yeah. This is going
which
to
is
be.
literally just jokes.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
all
great.
it is, all the way through.
Excellent. That'll be good fun.
So yeah, Naked Gun from the piles of Police Squad.
Brilliant. Well, if you have any questions about that for the actual regular episode, we do
Yeah.
have the Patreon. So please make sure you do it. You can see that them cunts like ruining our lives,
Yes.
considering they just. You have no right.
No, I don't. I've caused this.
You have no fucking right.
I've caused
this is your fucking right.
And this has been a long time coming. This has been from the Sex and the City thing.
Yeah.
That's when the seeds were sown for
Because
this.
everybody kept messaging me when I chose this. They
Yeah.
were like, you could have done and I was like, actually,
It would have
you
been
know
a good
what?
move, but
It would have been a good move, and it crossed my mind somewhat.
Yeah.
But then I was like, nah, I can't do this to
Nah.
myself. And now look
Now look
we've
who
given
we
you
are.
the power. Could have had 50 first dates. Would have been actually a pretty nice double.
It would have been.
A nice easy double. But we have to
But
watch
no.
the age of reason. Great.
Yeah.
Great. But everybody did love us. People really do enjoy it when they put us through pain.
Oh yeah,
It's just I can't deal with it.
yeah.
Mind you, I do actually pick the painful ones too when I see them. And people have given me
obviously.
ones. It's just, but
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
fucking rat cunts. So basically, if you want to be a fellow rat cunt, rat absolute cut.
So yeah, Patreon next week is just going to be us raging, and then the regular episode is just going to be us quoting jokes from a film.
Yeah.
I love this bit when he did this. And then apart from that, just send us any questions and stuff. Or
Yeah,
any
look,
reviews.
Reviews. We've both got tours.
Yes.
My first one's on Edinburgh, March 7th.
Yeah, yours is coming up. Mine's fucking ages away. So
I've got one March 7th in Edinburgh. Then there is a gap to the end of March where I'm doing that double one. With tickets are going for that, so thank you very much. So for the double where I'm doing like the
In
social
Glasgow, yeah.
and doing the thing in Blackfriars. But
Yeah.
anyway, tickets are all for that too.
yeah.
Shit, so
And Ryan got drafted this week.
you can't get your
I
head
think it's
around.
the weirdest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
A roast battle draft.
the roast battle league thing that I do, it really kicked off worldwide. Like there's shit going on everywhere, like Tokyo and shit like that. There's new places this year, Italy.
But
and
will this mean you'll get to do these? So you might get to go to Tokyo to do a roast
I've
battle.
been asked to go to Tokyo and stuff like that. It's just you just have to get the It's like getting money together to fund people to fly to Tokyo. Like,
aye.
you know, like you can do the World Championships, they bundle all the money together, you know. But this year, like Jack was devastated. Jack Trainer, you know, because like, you know, I got to go to Denver. This year's it was in London. So after all his work, he had to go to London. He was
well
just like,
done.
"Are you kidding me?"
You stupid wee rugrat prick.
So that's that. But we'll see this year. Like, but now they're drafting people. Like, there's he's managed to make a fantasy
Roast league.
with flex positions and everything.
So mental.
So mad.
Was the guy? Do you know the guy that drafted you?
Oh, aye, it's Brian. He runs that first one. Those three are like basically the free. They haven't started the league. That's the free, like, boys that basically run it.
Ah, right.
You know, Pat and Brian. Brian, yeah, hosts most of the big ones and thing. So yes, I do know Brian. Yeah, I was just sitting there. I wrote a thing about like being drafted, like it was in the NFL, sitting with my family. Put on a Brian Moses hat.
Yeah, like Jerry Maguire.
Yeah,
Different people on the phone.
it's going to add a thing where I'm going to get abused now, though. If you lose, like, to think like you rat, you know, like,
yeah.
And I'm like, please. I
Yeah.
swear to God, if somebody messages me that, like, it's
You've cost them points.
like it's the NFL,
Yeah.
and they actually lose it, like that's an extra level that's a level of sad I can't deal with.
Aye. I won't be at the roast battles because I'm going to altitude.
Bastards. Bastards. Good old altitude. Yeah, go to that. Like, obviously, if you're in. I didn't realize this. It cost so many ticket sales where everybody was just like, oh man, we're all at altitude. And I go, oh, really? Because I fucking should have been as well.
Yeah. Mad that you're not.
Bastard. I'll be there next year.
I think what you need to do is, if only it was your agent that organises the festival and your tour, that would have been the.
He didn't organize the tour.
He didn't organise the tour.
But in fairness, like, he did have the fucking, like, it's on my literal, it's still on my calendar.
On the wrong
massive
dates.
Altitude, 31st to the 6th of April. Do not do anything.
Oh,
so
amazing.
not only that, I have to fill that week as well.
Absolutely brilliant.
Bastards.
Class.
But anyway.
Right. Have a good week, everyone. Bye.
Nah, good luck.